Hello YouTube, Sp4zie coming right at you. Welcome to another vlog. And today it is time for the annual balcony fix. Please notice how it's just storage at the moment and really bad, and we will now turn it into something good. This is what we got already. This is my tomato plant that we banked on. He's coming along all right. I think it looks good. All of these are like the Bundlos plant collection. Those are going to be included somehow, but these are projects. Right now we need to get something that is beautiful, and my mom is picking us up right now.
God morgon.
There's bird poo here.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey Maud.
Hey.
Let's go! Oi, oi! For some reason, we always manage to catch the most beautiful weather when we're doing this. Time to head in and buy some planties. Mom got some plants, we got some plants. Overall, a very good visit. And after the shopping is done, you gotta go for a little fika. Do you want fika, Mom?
Fika.
Do you want fika?
I want fika every day.
Every day she wants a fika.
Several times a day.
Very pretty here with all the boats. Very nice place to stop for a little fika. And a räkmacka shrimp sandwich is a classic. And now we gotta head home and start working on putting our new little plants into their new environment and getting the balcony online. Look at all these nice flowers we bought. Well done us. Let's get to fixing. Balcony's all mine, and you know what else is all mine? It's cold brew season, baby. I thought we'd do a little test today. I bought some new beans that I would like to experiment a little bit with. I made a batch of each. I thought we'd try them out. Also, I'd like to address a very common question, which is you guys often come and ask, how do I make my cold brew? And how do I do it properly? Now, I have two different cold brew cans here. This one here is 1 liter approximately, I think, and this one is 1.5. And cold brewing doesn't require any specific tech. These are just, I use these for convenience. But any filter press or whatever will work fine. And the only thing you do differently is that you let the coffee sit in cold water for a long time. And this creates a different flavor than when you brew your coffee with hot water. These ones here have been in the fridge for at least 20 something hours. Not quite 24, but usually you go 24 hours. It creates a whole different flavor profile. It has way less bitter tones and way more of the sort of like sweet flavors of coffee, and it is freaking delicious, all right? A lot of you guys ask me what ratio should I have, and for me that's not really a precise science. I've read online that a lot of people, they tend to weigh about 12 grams of coffee to every deciliter of water that you brew with. I find that the best way to go about things is to just experiment, because it depends on the coarseness of the grind, and it depends on how strong your beans are and for how long you have them sitting in the water. So if you want to start somewhere, yeah, try 12 grams per deciliter, but I find that for me it's a little too much. These cans hold a little bit less, and I find that to be perfect. Both of these cans are from the Harrio brand. I think they have a couple of different models. If your coffee is a little weak, let it sit longer, have a little more coffee in there next time. If it's a little too intense, we'll take it out sooner or have a little less coffee. That's it. I have bought 3 coffees that I thought we'd try today, and I'm intrigued to know which one I like the most. So let's get on it. Let's do a little taste test. Spin it, make sure it's nice and cool, but hopefully it won't dilute the water too much. Okay, to start us off with this one on the left, this is what they call the royalty blend from the website that I bought my coffee from. They usually have like their own coffee blends. This is a mix of a coffee called Monsoon from India and another one called Colombia Excelsior, which I assume is from Colombia. I don't know the exact ratio in there, but let's just give it a go and see how it is. I was expecting this one to be a little too mild. There was supposed to be a little bit of caramel-esque tones in there. I wouldn't say that I feel that too much, but it's definitely a good, like, sort of refreshing and light blend. I do like it. Okay, not bad. Moving on. This is a Mocha Source Pregiato. I assume that's how you pronounce it. 70% Arabica, 30% Robusta, which is a heavier, sort of darker bean. And this is my go-to coffee. This is the coffee I've had for the longest time. I think it's really good for just everyday drinking. It's good in cold brew, it's good in hot brew. This is just the go-to bean for me. I'm a little biased towards this one, but I really do enjoy it. It's a little rounder. I actually think that it's a little sweeter than this one, which I did not expect. Both of these are a little lighter though, so like if you are sort of like a coffee drinker who enjoys the very deep and dark coffee, then maybe both of these might not be for you. But this one, however, mine. Last one is Café Pasca. Oh yes, this one has the same beans, Arabica and Robusta, but this one, instead of being 70-30 in favor to Arabica, has 80-20 in favor of Robusta. So this should allegedly be a little darker, a little more on the deep side of things. Let's give it a go. Oh yeah, definitely on that heavier side, sort of like darker roast, really hitting a little more of the bitter notes. I don't know if this is the correct way to describe these flavors, but to me, a darker roast always feels a little more earthy. Like, you know, the flavor lingers a little longer in your mouth. Really nice though. I really like this one. You know what? I feel like I want to try this with a little bit of milk. Ooh, that's nice. All of these are really delicious, really good. I feel like somewhere in between here is where I reside. This might still be my favorite in terms of just what I prefer. When you go a little more towards the bitter end and the stronger flavors, a little bit of milk in there, goes a long way. I could drink either of these though any day of the week. Cold brew season, ladies and gentlemen, is just such a nice way to enjoy coffee. Let's do a question of the day before we end today's vlog. For that, I forgot we have a letter to open that came to the post box. I mean, already it's looking good. Hey, Sp4zie coming right at me. That's a good way to start the letter. Let's just start by saying that you are absolutely amazing, Dave. I've been watching your Otto videos for about 7 years now and definitely not planning to stop that. Oh, what a sweet letter. Okay, so Justas, this could be the question of the day. Justas is starting his or her own YouTube channel. Maybe you could give a few valuable pieces of advice for the newly formed channels that want to produce a similar gaming with friends type of content. Thank you so much for the letter. Thank you for the kind words. And yeah, I will say this. YouTube is a whole different beast now than it was back when I started, right? Back when I started, we barely had live streaming. Gaming content was still kind of new and fresh. The Let's Play format was just starting out, you know, so it is highly more competitive. But that being said, there's also way more people now watching gaming content than there was. For each game that comes out, it feels like there's always some sort of crowd that wants to watch content around that game. And I guess that would be my number one advice. I'm sure you've heard it before. Try and focus on a game. Focusing around one game gives you a little more pinpoint target to which type of viewer you would like to attract. For instance, for me, it was League. For you, it could be something else. Number two would be try and look at other people, what they do right and what you enjoy to watch. A lot of people talk about you need to find your own voice, you need to create the thing that's yours, and that is very much true, but I feel like the way you do that is not by coming up with something on the spot. It's actually taking the best bits from other people that you really enjoy, and with that, brewing together something that is kinda you. Back when I did Epic Moments, I didn't come up with that formula, even though it wasn't really a thing on YouTube with gaming at that point. I took my ideas from like a TV show that I like to watch, and after doing that for a while, it sort of became its own thing. So that would be like my advice there. And then number three, I guess, kind of boring advice, but be consistent, set a goal for yourself that isn't to do with like the amount of viewers, but to do with you producing something. Let's say you want to produce a video a month, and keep to that schedule, add a little bit of pressure on you to actually produce something, even though you might not feel like it or you might not feel like it's going anywhere. And as always, try and have a hefty chunk of fun as well while you're at it. It usually helps. And best of luck with your channel. And thank you so much for watching, guys. And good luck with brewing that coffee. Hit me up on social media, Twitter or Instagram, if you share anything regarding those subjects. I love hearing you guys talking about food, talking about drinks, talking about whatever you get up to IRL. Summer's around the corner. Let's get out there and enjoy it whilst also staying at home and playing video games every now and again. Click here to subscribe. Click here to watch the previous vlog where what I do. I eat some tacos, talk about the charity week we did for Ukraine. There's a lot of good stuff. I should hype it up more so you click it. But click it. Trust me, yeah? This has been Sp4zie, and I'm out.